For fuck's sake, we're not even through Monday yet. Hello, this is Mara Jade, and I'm here with another video, and I found this gem of an article on boundingintocomics.com entitled, Former G.I. Joe writer Aubrey Sitterson pens piece arguing Western superheroes are, quote, rooted in authoritarian impulses and nigh fascist logic. Yes, you read that correctly, folks. When you see an image, literally, of Superman, right here, hoisting up Hitler, when there are images of Captain America, literally punching him, and so forth. Yes, but they are rooted in authoritarian impulses and nigh fascist logic. Aubrey Sitterson, you are a former writer for a fucking reason at this point. But let's go into this article so we can gauge the level of stupidity coming from this man. A new op-ed written by former G.I. Joe writer Aubrey Sitterson claims to reflect on, quote, the political history of caped crusaders, but is in actuality nothing more than a thinly veiled piece of self-promotion for his own comic book crowdfunding campaign. There it is, folks. There it is. Aubrey, not the best approach. Not the best approach to attack the modern mythology for people. That's what superheroes are, Aubrey. Modern mythology. You have Greek mythology, you have Roman mythology, and now we have our own modern takes with superheroes, whether DC, Marvel, and so forth. You might get some barking seals to clap and donate to your crowdfunding campaign, but most of them, if they're like me, are going to look at you and think, what the fuck? Not the best approach, Aubrey. On November 19th, Polygon published, quote, Superheroes Fought for the People, Then Money Got in the Way, an opinion piece written by Sitterson, which put forth the thesis that, quote, superheroes have never been anything more than corporate-owned supercops, reactionary power fantasies cloaked in liberal signifiers. Oh, the fucking irony. Superheroes used to be about helping and protecting people, opened Sitterson, not the systems and hierarchies holding them down. That argument could be made for, let's say, The Boys. They are literally a corporate brand, if you ever watched that show. But Superman? Batman? Batman, Bruce Wayne, owns his own company. He is a billionaire. He is the fucking corporation. But guess what also, Aubrey? He's the biggest philanthropist in Gotham. He is the protector of Gotham. That's the key there. Protectors. What do you call Wonder Woman? A corporate-owned super cop? Green Lantern? The Flash? Thor? Iron Man? Captain America? The Hulk? Black Panther? Falcon? Black Widow? I mean, are they corporate-owned super cops? When did this whole notion that superheroes are this? When did that come about? I'm just blown away at the sheer stupidity in this. Sitterson then observes how superheroes and their stories went through various thematic changes through the decades, which happens. It happens. But themes, arguably, do not entirely reflect reality. Themes are universal. Universal messages, universal themes. That's what people gravitate to because they transcend the decades. So it doesn't matter what decade it's written in. You can read something from the 60s, 70s, 80s and find meaning in it today. That's the point of that. So why is this even an issue here? That they've thematically changed. But you're saying that the genre went from one reflective of working-class egalitarian populism to one that saw these same characters become individuals who, instead of squaring up against oppressive systems, began to operate within them. What is your definition of oppressive system? Because you're literally calling superheroes not that you're claiming they have authoritarian impulses and nigh fascist logic. Fascism was an oppressive system. So, you're saying that, what, they themselves are oppressive? You're saying superheroes are oppressive themselves? What is your argument here? What is your definition of an oppressive system? Because there literally are corrupt systems in comic books. I brought up Batman. Gotham City is one of them. But that does not in any way reflect on Batman. Superheroes. Superheroes, their stories, and the assumptions they're predicated upon remain rooted in authoritarian impulses and naive-fascist logic, he claims. Contemporary superheroes dedicate themselves to protecting oppressive hierarchies from the people, not the other way around. Again, have you ever picked up a comic book? Aubrey, you're a former G.I. Joe writer. And like I said at the beginning of this video, you're a former writer for a reason that I can see. But have you ever picked up a comic book in your entire life? It is apparent from both his fatalistic leftist view of the genre's history and his vocally proclaimed socialist political beliefs, over the irony, that Sitterson's opinion of superheroes is rooted in the fact that these masked men and women are not seen explicitly supporting the recent call by many far-left radicals to dismantle various institutions in the name of a desired socialist revolt. There it is, folks. He's throwing a hissy fit in an op-ed piece. However, Sitterson's wish to see the superheroes act as representatives for such far-left beliefs is itself detached from the narrative and business realities inherent to the genre. Does it ever stop these idiots from saying this bullshit? Do superheroes sometimes operate with or according to the established laws of institutions, such as law enforcement agencies and governmental judicial systems, that can be at times corrupt and unfair? Undeniably, though this is not an endorsement of said corrupt and unfair actors and elements, but rather an unfortunate action of the human race's capacity for evil and selfishness, as well as their responsibility to fight for the people rather than against them. Again, Batman, case in point, Gotham City, PD, and the government are highly fucking corrupt in Gotham City. Highly fucking corrupt. But Batman works with the PD, the police department. He sometimes works with government entities. One of his biggest allies is his Inspector Chief Gordon. Gordon himself is not corrupt, but the system is. Guess what? Gordon still fights to protect Gotham as much as Batman does. They work together. So yes, the system is itself corrupt. But that does not mean Batman and his allies are. It just means you have to work alongside necessary evils to protect the people. Otherwise, superheroes, some of them gods, literally, would go against their innate call to protect the individuals if they were at all to use their powers in any way with absolution. The reason these superpowered crime fighters do not forcefully overthrow corrupt governments or throw dirty cops into alternate dimensions is because they are, first and foremost, protectors. Defined in part by their desire to use their gifts to help those who cannot help themselves, and that sometimes includes working within a corrupt system. Do they love it? No. Would they prefer not to? Yes. But sometimes they have to. Would they one day to choose to forcefully enact their will upon the people, which is in itself fascism? No amount of good intentions could justify their actions as anything other than outright fascism, an idea thoroughly explored in DC media such as Grant Morrison's Justice League of America Earth 2, the Justice League episode A Better World, the Arrowverse crossover Crisis on Earth 10, and the video game series Injustice. Again, has he ever picked up a comic book? It soon becomes apparent that rather than a good faith approach to the complicated relationship between the genre, its tropes, and its evolution through various social and political movements, that Sitterson's critique is nothing more than a ploy to promote his upcoming series Beef Bros, as he proceeds to spend the entirety of his op-ed's final 5 paragraphs. 5 fucking paragraphs! Boasting of how the main characters come in conflict with the entirety of modern capitalist society, from cruel cops and greedy landlords to corrupt governments and omnipotent corporations. Oh, the fucking irony. Oh, the fucking irony at this point. He's literally living in a capitalist society, a society that helps keep his fucking ass employed, a society that helps people stay employed. And when I say helps people stay employed, I mean compared to an actual socialist country, earn money to spend on your fucking crowdfunding campaign. You are literally attacking an economic system that keeps your ass employed, that helps keep people employed, for the most part. I'm not saying it's perfect necessarily, but keeps people employed to the point that they're able to support your fucking ass. I cannot even at this point. You don't like it? Your side always says you don't like it, move. Well, Aubrey, if you don't like it, you think socialism works, move your happy ass to Venezuela. Move it there. That's genuine socialism right there. It is our hope that Beef Rose is a righteous comic book to read, one that proclaims in a loud and clear voice what we believe to be good and true, in your own warped reality pretty much at this point, right, citizen? But more than that, by reaching back and taking inspiration from the origins of superheroes you literally attacked in the paragraphs before this, we hope that it illuminates a new way forward. You know the origins of superheroes, like I stated earlier in this video. You have images of Superman defeating Hitler. You have Captain America punching him, but they're rooted in fascist logic. I mean, am I missing something here? Oh my god, those panels look shit. Oh my god. The only way I would, in any way, shape, or form, buy this is just to make fun of it. Just to meme it to death. However, whatever disagreements one may have with his piece, person, or politics, credit must be given where credit is due, as few can argue with Citizen's concluding assertion that, quote, the comic book industry is a profoundly exploitive place dominated by two of the world's biggest media conglomerates, Marvel and DC, who pay work-for-hire freelancers as a relative pittance, then turn their creations into massively successful movies, television shows, video games, and merchandise that, instead of benefiting the creators themselves, further line the pockets of wealthy executives and shareholders, a sentiment that has resulted in the rise of manga sales, crowdfunding comic books, across ideological differences, and direct support contributions to creators. That I can agree with for the most part. I will still, in a way, die on the hill of DC. I grew up reading DC. Batman is one of my favorite superheroes. I love Green Lantern. I love Flash, and so forth. I love DC. I grew up with DC. My dad's favorites were Green Lantern and Flash. I grew up with that, and then I basically segued to Batman. He became my favorite. So I will agree there. But that's not in any way a reflection on me believing that institutions should be dismantled. No. I will point out greed where I see it. Where I will point out true greed, true oppression, where I see it. When in this case, where that is. But in no way is that reflective on me siding with you in that BS beforehand. No. What do you make of Citizen's arguments? Let us know your thoughts on social media or in the comments down below. So there it is, folks. Basically, through a hissy fit in an op-ed piece, all to promote his crowdfunding campaign for Beef Bros. I can't even say that. How he thought that was a good title is beyond me. But at any rate, like I said, you're a former writer for a reason at this point from what I can see. But at any rate, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you agree with Aubrey Citizen? Do you disagree with them? Are you basically like me, where you think he's an idiot? Let me know all that fun stuff down in the comments. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. Share on social media if you will. Unless anything changes, I will be on Drunk 3PO's channel tonight. I don't know what time necessarily, so when he sets that up, I will tweet that out, so look for that. I will try to get a video out tomorrow. I cannot guarantee it because pre-Thanksgiving is always a crazy time for me, but if I don't get a video out tomorrow, I'll either get a video out Wednesday, or maybe do a live stream Wednesday evening instead, but that will be all dependent on my schedule as it stands right now before Thanksgiving on Thursday. So, like I said, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. This is Mara Jade. Catch you on the dark side, and do not at all touch Batman.